What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today is another game analysis video. In today's game, we played Maryland Bobcats, who are sort of the closest town to us or closest city to us, and we've played them once before. We lost 1-0 at home. Today's game unfortunately went not as planned. They had two free kicks, which I'll show you guys, and we ended up losing 3-0. I played right back this game, so this will be a little bit different than left back analysis. It's the same, it's just a mirrored image basically, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it and we'll press play. Okay, so kickoff coming from the Maryland Bobcats. They are in white and red, and we are in black and dark purple, going from left to right. And we'll just wait for the referee to blow the whistle here. So it was a beautiful day, to be fair, absolutely stunning, and we'll get it kicked off. Here we go. So ball goes back, and we're just pressing up into our shape and essentially forcing them backwards, which is kind of what we can do at the minute. First touch of the game for me. Winger goes in, ball comes out off the center back, and I am covering the winger. So go out to the winger, and again, win that ball, drive forward, and then take that ball first touch, try to drive inside, little flick to our winger, and then he's able to get in and around and cut around. And then, let's see, retain possession. Yeah, so good play there. And we get, unfortunately, the keeper gets there. But really important, driving forward. You can see I'm pointing, just bouncing. And if I'm going to pause right here, okay? So one thing that's really important about this particular picture is if you notice, I'm playing right back and I'm sitting higher than the opposing left winger. So what that does is that forces the winger to have to recover backwards, and I can take my touch forward, which is really, really important. A lot of what I like to focus on is as soon as I get the ball, how can I drive forward? How can I get into forward-facing positions? And that's one way as outside backs and as wingers, to be fair. Although wingers, if you're on the back line, it's kind of hard because you'll be offsides. But especially as an outside back, if you're going to pull really wide, be in between lines so you can break that. The center back or the center mid or whoever is with you can break that line and get you that ball quick. So we'll play. And as you can see, first touch forward, beat that guy, cut inside him, and unfortunate that ball didn't get away, but we get the ball back. We get kind of lucky there, and our center forward decides not to take a shot and turns the ball around. Next play, ball comes out to the opposing, flicked on, and then it's just winning that header, and then our center back does a good job of stepping there. Now this is another overlap, so getting the ball here, driving inside. He was offsides, I believe. Or no, actually he wasn't. That was a great touch by our winger, and keeps possession, unfortunately. Little touch to him, and then he's able to get around it, and little cross. So we'll pause there really quick. So another thing here is just the tenacity and the patience with which the winger and I essentially go about doing that type of play. I think that's something that we really needed more of in the game on both sides, to be fair. So on our side and on the other side. And I think that's something moving into the next game that I'm really excited to develop and work on. Freddie, who's the winger, and I haven't played as much together. So that's something that he and I, because I'm often on the left side, so that's something I'm really excited to develop, that relationship with him, where everything is 1 and 2 touch. We're able to get crosses off. I actually today, as of the filming of this video today, I worked a lot on that crossing, because that first time cross right there is not good enough. Because as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, 6 guys right in and around the PK spot for us against 4, maybe 5 of their players. So if I skip that first man, it's very likely that the ball at least gets on frame, if not in the back of the net. So that's just something to think about. All right, so we'll play. Get the ball clear. Next touch comes. Here we go. Again, pointing to the center back, kind of directing play a little bit. Center back plays me. I'm going to turn up line, see what I can see. Nothing there. And then we're just going to keep possession and keep rotating. And center back does a great job of getting it back safely to our goalkeeper. Next play, little 1-2 here. Boom. So that is a play. I'll pause. So that's a play just where the understanding is starting to build with my teammates, and the player who is number 32, if you can see him chasing down the center back, he's a fantastic center midfielder. And it's just creating those understandings with the player. So if you can either communicate, I should have communicated with him like before I even got the ball. I'm like, Matt, go in behind, because he had plenty of space. He wasn't going to be offsides even if he was behind that center back, because we had another guy who was another 5 or 10 yards behind him. So if that makes sense, really working on creating those one-time passes. And you'll see another one later in the game where I called Steve, who's one of our other number 10s, and he was able to get in behind. It was a poor ball for me, unfortunately, but you'll see that later on. So we'll play. So it's just creating those understandings, which is really important. Next touch of the game, let's see. Ball comes over to my side. They really tried to isolate. Header forward, and then our winger does a good job of coming and recovering here. Next touch. So this is a situation where I just need to be tighter to that man. He gets a shot off, hits the side net. Again, he's by far their most dangerous player, so it's just about really sticking tight. And this will be right there as well. So making sure that I'm really, really close to that player is going to be important. Center back makes a good play there, and we recover just fine. But again, that's something, and then hit the ball out of bounds there, just a clearance. Again, the point of this, the one thing that I really want to work on with this next piece of kind of the phase of the season as we move forward in trying to get our first win and to really start to score some goals is not only to be confident on the ball moving forward, but also to really stay close to my men, because there's a lot of really talented players in this league who I am absolutely capable of shutting down. It's just a matter of staying close to my mark and doing all the things I need to. This is now staying very close to the marker and bodying him, and then chasing him down, getting a little bit of make him go backwards, and then he has to fling it over the side. We'll keep this going. Nothing ends up coming out of this play, I don't believe. Yeah. Next play, flick over, and again, that ball probably I could have taken backwards, hit our goalkeeper. Little bounce from our center back. So again, just trying to keep possession, trying to keep it nice and easy. Next play, as you can see here, so we'll pause. Okay, so notice where I am, right? So center back does a fantastic job of driving into that space. I'm sitting higher than the winger, so as soon as that winger commits, he's screwed because I'm in behind him, right? So that's the ideas we're kind of going for here, and you'll see that theme over and over and over again. If I'm not inverted, I'm on the wing, I'm in between lines, so I can break the first line of defense, or in this case, the second, because they were playing a 4-4-2. So as soon as that winger steps up to our center back to close down, center back plays it out to me, and then we're away. All right, so we'll play. So we'll see how this goes. Again, inside. Now he's offsides. So that is a play where I could have driven in, maybe taken a guy on, took a shot. Long throw out of the back to our center forward. Really tough. He does a decent job of trying to, again, connect with it. But free kick, first free kick for us in the game, right on the back post, right on our center back. Unfortunate, just not enough whippage, I don't think, on that ball. It was a great spot to be in, but I need that ball to be a little bit more powerful. Great ball over the top to our center forward. That's an awesome ball. And then he does a good job of trying to get that shot off. Decent block by the center defender, obviously, but really good space over the top for our center forward. So here again, this is where, so I'm backing off a little bit, and then you can see Matt coming back, and he's telling me, just show him line, just show him line, just show him line, double team him, and then he has to play backwards. So that's great defending as far as I'm concerned, just making sure that he's not taking those guys on. And then little recovery, hit the ball out of bounds, really not much else I can do there other than the body, potentially get a foul there. Again, there's another example right there of, you could see I was a little bit late to that guy and he was able to play forward, and then we recover. Another free kick. That's a great spot for the ball to be, maybe a little bit too much, but again, just trying to get into those good spots. Ball coming over, gotta win those headers. Keeping possession of the ball again, then calling for it. He's just patient. And then this ball, I was trying to hit the goalkeeper. It was a little bit of an in-between ball, but we're able to get that out and recover with the center forward. So good stuff there. Should have been a foul, I think. So here we go. Play to the whistle. Good, just show him down line. Another opportunity. So this is where 1v1 defending is really important. And this definitely, I should have stepped to him while he came outside the box, slide in. Again, so we're gonna pause right there. So that's an opportunity right there for me to understand. So this is just something that I'm noting in my head, is like, as soon as he hits the hash marks, which you guys will notice on the the field are right outside the 18-yard box. They're the American football lines. For those of you who don't follow American football or don't know what American football is, they're the hashed marks right where their winger is sitting right now. You can see that line of kind of hash marks. They're in 5-yard increments, similar to meters. And so as soon as he hits that point, I should be committing and making a step, because as soon as I step, I have to either win the ball or he'll get around me, or he won't and it'll be a foul and then there's a shot on goal or something. But there's no reason why he should be inside the box taking shots. So that's just, again, that's a critique of my own defending. I need to be much better at taking that step and really pushing forward there. So we'll play. But great save from the goalkeeper. So this is their first goal. It's that same player. It's the left winger. Great shot on goal. Not much else we can do about it, unfortunately. So that's their goal number 1. All right, so there we go. So that's that play I was talking about. Again, that ball should have been lofted because it was right in the sun to our player, but that was a situation where I was exactly in the position that I needed to be in to tell my player, hey, you got to do your thing. Great ball from the center back, and then this is just chasing. Center back does a good job of bodying, and then just, again, falling over, got bodied there. So there's another getting close to the guy. So we're going to pause really quick. So that's a situation, again, where the closer I am to the player, especially when he's facing backwards, it's really, really good, because then he either has to try and turn me, in which case I'd body him, I'd foul him, and then it's whatever. I probably wouldn't get yellow carded for something like that, especially if it was just a soft, like blocking him off or something. But that is a situation where he has to play backwards because he knows I'm right on his tail. So that's, again, as we're getting into the game, we're getting better and better at it. But that needs to be the case first thing, basically, as we get into the game. So we'll play. Good touch, trying to body there, really getting the body in front. 5 does a great job, winger does a good job, and then for some reason we got a foul out of it. I don't know why the heck that was there. So that's a situation, so I'm going to pause there. Okay, so this was a dumb decision from my perspective, and that's just what it is. That's straightforward, because that ball, we had a 2v1 in 30 meters of space. Basically, as you can see, all the rest of their Maryland players were in the box expecting a cross, which the cross did come off, but with my right foot, I just didn't get a whip around it. And there's only there's 2 guys in even near the box for us. So that's a situation where I need to understand I can turn out of it, and then Freddie and I can play a 2v1 out of that situation. Ideally, just play the ball first time to Freddie. Freddie can take his touch. He's left-footed. So take a touch inside, have a shot, and hopefully we score off that. So again, just decision making, starting to get better. It's one of those games where again, moving to the different side, that's no excuse. I'm still getting used to orienting myself on the other side of the pitch. I'm working on my right-footed crosses. As I said earlier, I'm out on the pitch every day trying to get those right-footed crosses down so that I can play both sides, and the coach can trust me to play both sides. And then as well, taking shots with my left foot, being more creative and confident on the ball. That's something that I'm working on every day. So it's a constant process. Nobody's perfect at it, but it definitely is something to, as a defender and somebody who gets up and down the pitch, it's really, really important. All right, so we'll play. All right. I just need to crack that guy. That's just a great job by our center back to get it out. But yeah, I just need to tackle that dude. All right, next one. Just a little bounce pass, keeping possession. See, now I'm inverting, right? So now here's a situation where I have a look and I understand. Now I got to go out to the outside back, and good recovery by our team. So no issues there. Now it's running out. There you go. So get there quickly. He has to play backwards. No problems. Now it's inverting again. Little bounce pass with our center back, and we move out of that space, just keeping possession. Second half, we did a really good job of that. So this is the second half. If you haven't noticed yet, we're going from right to left now. So now I've inverted into basically as a center back. I'm getting the ball now. I'm just going to keep the ball moving, fizz it over to our other center back, takes a touchdown, plays our left back, and our left back's able to move with the ball. All right, so back to me. This is kind of 30 seconds later, basically. Ball out to our center back, who's now at the outside, and little bumps, play it, and then I notice, okay, I can run through here, play to our center forward, and then we keep and retain possession. Now I'm on the outside, and we're able to go forward. Unfortunately, that ball just didn't get there, but that's okay. That's a situation right there. So pause. Okay, so as you can see, there's two things happening here. I've stepped to my man, and either one, and Freddie and I spoke about this, so he totally, like, he's on board with what's going on here. What I would prefer is that Freddie comes from behind that forward and steps to him and shows him down the line while I turn my back and follow the runner. The issue is that there was no communication from either of us. And so that's my fault just as much as it is his. So there's no at fault here. The point is that situation, you'll notice that winger then takes this touch and just plays it down the line, and it forces our center back to come over and foul him because of the timing, or I guess it went out for a corner kick for this one, but he has to make a play on it. Usually I don't mind that when we're down a man, like if that's a 3v2 situation and then the center back can come over, but a 2v2, I should be covering that space on the line, or Freddie tells me, hey, I got the ball, go with the runner. So either way, just notice in those relationships between the center back or the outside back and the winger, just make sure that relationship is such that when there's an underlap or an overlap, the guy who's in front, so if I'm an outside back, the front guy goes to the ball, I follow the runner, and vice versa, unless it's very, very specific situations in which I would stay with the guy and Freddie would come with the runner. Does that make sense? All right, so we'll play. So there you go. But the center back does a great job, tackles, and ball goes out for a goal kick. Ball comes out to me from the keeper, and this is just a little spell of possession. So a little bit of bounces. Again, they're not pressing super hard. It's just kind of a mid-block. So good ball. Again, great ball, right-footed over the top to our center forward. Great job by our left winger bombing in. Unfortunately, we just don't get the cross off, or there's not enough opportunities there, which is a bummer, but that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ball out there, and then center back plays me again. Little touch inside. Ball goes over to our left back then, who's inverting, does a great job of doing that, and then he's able to retain possession. So this is just a clearance again, right-footed clearance. That needs to go even further up the field for me. But again, working on that right foot. Another retaining possession. Ball comes over. Now I'm splitting off, so pause. Okay, so this is a situation where, because of the way our numbers are set up, I think one of my best friends, who's also our captain, who's also the center back who I've been talking about quite a bit, Mumbi. So Mumbi is playing right side center back, and we actually spoke about this today before training because we came in and did some game analysis on the big TV and stuff. Myself and the number 6 who's playing in this game, and in this situation when they're like that, I need to be split over to their target man, their left winger, much quicker, and then Mumbi can cover that guy who's running in behind. Because what that does is that tells Freddie, the right winger, to then push up and on to their outside back, their left back or whatever, so he's not in no man's land. So that's on us as the defense because we can see everything. Defenders make sure that numbers are okay. So if the two all right, sorry about that. I don't know what just happened there. So basically what I was saying is that if two center backs are marking one guy and there's a 2v1 on the outside, you got to send one of those center backs up. And Mumbi and I talked about that today, and that was a big part of what our kind of analysis was at the game. So play. And again, as you can see, plays down the line, and that's where we have to, he got in and he was able to take a shot, and we were lucky not to concede another goal there. Little tap by our number 6. Little possession back. He does a great job of turning out of it, and we get to the opposite side center back, which is great. This is just a crap touch. I tried to play it back to my center back. That just needs to be, again, it's a confidence on the ball thing. So working on it every day. Little play back to Mumbi here, and then he's able to keep possession. Another ball over from Mumbi. No options really in that area, so then he decides to go long. This is a situation where, again, tries to flick it over, little defensive grab here. We retain possession, but then there's just a miscue and the ball doesn't get quite to me. Good step by their left back. But yeah, ball comes out from the 6 now, and then this is just playing forward, trying to get, that's Matt, so our 10 does a good job of moving forward, really driving forward, gets a foul, and that's great, I think, with the overlap as well. Little free kick. So just playing it back to our center back. There we go. Again, inverting as like a second pivot or second six, just retaining possession. This is a great defensive run there, setting it back for our goalkeeper who plays it out. No issues there. So again, just making sure that I'm facing the ball and then being able to turn. So now, again, close on his back. He has to play backwards. See what the theme here is? And then I was able to win the ball again, right? So again, good stuff here. Drive inside, play back to our keeper. Didn't see if there was any options. Didn't think there were any options. Game was moving quick. Again, tough on his back, runs in behind. We have great cover from our 6, and that's how it is. All right, here's the second goal. Again, another free kick, just a freak accident, bounces off one of our players, and goalkeeper can't get there. Just an unfortunate thing. It's one of those. But yeah, 2-0 at that point. All right, so here is a great opportunity. So pause. Hopefully I am able to do that earlier in the edit. So this is a great opportunity where if you can see where I am on the far right-hand side, center back Mumbi has looked up and I was kind of stationary waiting for the ball. The winger who was marking me kind of tucked over as if Mumbi was about to play, and then I took off into open space. Our winger inverted. It was a perfect storm of things that happened. So we'll play, and you can watch I take off, and he plays it beautifully right into space. Little touch, dink it over the guy, and we retain possession. And then Mumbi does a great job of whipping that ball in, just top of the box. So here's another, again, staying tight, screws up the touch, and we go from there. And then a little throw in. Last play of the game for me is, where are we? Oh, that was the last play for me. So this is their third goal. Boom. Okay, so that'll play out. Okay, so that's basically it for the video. Again, unfortunate result. They only scored 1 goal from open play. So for me, it's just a matter of maybe it's poor refereeing decisions. Maybe it's not getting ourselves into those opportunities where we concede those types of free kicks, all that stuff. I think for me, this game highlighted some really good themes that we can work on and that we plan to work on in training. And, performance-wise for me, I don't think it's my strongest game. I definitely think there were some things that I need to be better at from a stepping to my man standpoint. First of all, being more aggressive in the attacking third, really getting crosses off, really making sure that I can be more aggressive. I came off in like the 74th minute, because coach took me out, put in a second forward. So we were trying to get more guys in. And again, it's just one of those things like, I just want to make sure that I'm more effective in that final third. And so crossing and finishing and 1v1 defending, like really taking pride in the 1v1 defending are things that I'm trying to get really good at and really focus on this week. Those are the couple things that I'm going to be working on. So hopefully in the next game analysis, you guys will see a much improved version of that, and we'll go from there. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did get value from it, hit that like button. If you guys want analysis on your own footage, you can go to my website, www.noahcavanaugh.com/shop. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. You can schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with me, and we can go over your game footage and go over things that you might want to improve on, including tactical, technical, or nutrition and lifting and resistance training and all that stuff too. So definitely go check that out, and hope you guys enjoy. As always, be awesome. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.